It's December. Look at her. Look at her little teddy bear suit. All right. So, TJ, we got a brand new Busfolk homie. TJ Figuero, welcome to the Busfolk homies, man. I appreciate it. I need to, oh snap, is it Paul Honeyman's birthday? Hold up.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Paul Honeyman. I think that's what everybody's saying here. Oh yeah, it is. I'm seeing it a lot. Happy birthday, man. Shoot. Thank you. Uh-oh. We appreciate it. So we'll get into some updates and stuff and, you know, all that goodness. But as you can tell, oh yeah, that wasn't. I guess go ahead, babe. Tell them what you did.
Me and Levi put up this wall today, and I started insulating right there, and then Isaac did that up there, and then he did the same thing in the front, making some progress.
Yeah, so the whole bus is almost walled, which we're filming the videos right now. So both the side walls are done. I gotta put some metal in the back. I don't know if you can see it right there that still have lock. And then all of the walls are done, and then all we gotta do is do the ceiling, and then it's skinned, ready for paint, and then ready for a build out.
Yep.
Crazy. I was just sitting here thinking, like, how long it's taken to get to this point. It's kind of crazy.
Also, it snowed today.
Oh yeah, December 1st, the snow came.
So Ember got to see her first snow. She loved it. I bet she would have gone crazy. When we went out there, it wasn't snowing as hard as it was earlier, but she was very fascinated by the snow. I think if we had gone out when it was snowing real hard, she would have freaked out.
Yeah.
And then she's tired and cranky because it's her nap time like last time.
Yeah.
So.
We're excited. Like, this part is so tedious and time consuming. Like, once we actually get into putting furniture in here, it's gonna go quick.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna start feeling like something, you know, quick. I keep getting reminded of like how big this is compared to the buses I usually build. I'm running out of Havelock wool now.
I think we'll have enough though.
It's gonna be tight.
I'm thinking we'll be all right. We'll see.
So I've underestimated the material on the walls. I had to have Levi go get more cedar. I underestimated every part of the material so far, and I've had to get more material. It's been crazy.
I think we still have like 3 packs of cedar out there though.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the chat. Everybody's saying how cute Ember is in her bear suit.
Gotta keep our baby warm and out here. We got the Mr. Buddy heater though.
Yeah. TJ Figuero. Hey, I just got a box that said commenting pause because I may have just violated community terms. I mean, I'm reading your comment right now, so I don't know. I think you're all right. Becky Robertson, snowed hard in spring. It snowed hard here. Wait, you'll see it in the next video I'm putting out. We went and filmed some of it. Kind of crazy.
Oh, when I was at the store?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the store, and by the time I came out of the store, like within 20 minutes, it was just coming down hard.
Granny Cuck Looney, I thought that was stained glass in the front, that square box that's cut out. No, so in a lot of the buses, if you guys have been on this channel for a while, you've seen me put plywood up in those areas. And usually I just put a piece of plywood and that's it, but on this one, we wanted to cut access holes. So if something ever happened there, I'll be able to get to the wire and can like kind of fix things if I needed to, is kind of the idea. And then we're thinking we'll put a little door there, and it's a good opportunity to kind of have some wood art and have like a accent piece there. Have an accent door to be able to fix things, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of what we're thinking. So that the back's got the one, and obviously you can only get to so much, but the front's got 2. You know, some people will actually build those into little shelves and stuff, which I don't think it's enough room to actually do anything with, really, unless you build out, which I'm not trying to do all that. All right. Melissa Malzone, y'all will be done before Christmas. Definitely not.
I hope so.
I mean, it might be a lot done by then, but some of the material that we ordered to put in this bus won't even show up till December 26th.
Yeah.
So there's no way it can be done. Just because on material. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Charles GS, that's if you don't change your mind after every piece of furniture you build. Oh no, I've done that a lot. So it's like, I already know, I don't gotta figure anything out. You know what I'm saying? We're pretty solid. The dirty knobs, it's all math, Isaac. Well, apparently my math ain't no good. And I hope I got enough material for the ceiling. We'll see.
Mama doesn't math. Nope.
Yeah. Amber M just got here. Wow, the cedar walls look great. Maybe you should just keep them cedar. Oh, it's too late now. Anything that's in here is going white. You know, and I ain't masking those walls.
We will have cedar accent walls.
Yeah.
But that'll be on the walls that come out this way. A lot of this is going to be covered up by like couch and the toilet and Ember's room and the bed.
Cabinets. You won't.
All the kitchen.
Yeah, you won't see a lot of this.
The shower, closet, refrigerator. All of that's going to be covered up.
Yeah.
So you'll see it behind our clothes, but who's going to see that? Just us?
Yeah. And the reason I use cedar, I was just gonna. So when I was gonna paint the wood, I was just gonna use pine, thinking it'd be cheaper, right? And I was wrong. For some reason, pine is more expensive than cedar, and I do not understand that at all. So, and this little tongue and groove stuff is just cedar packs from Home Depot. They're cheap. They're easy to work with. It has water resisting, like, you know, so it's like, it's a good material, and it's not that expensive. I almost did the whole roof with it, but I felt like a lot of people would have thought I was crazy to do that much cedar. People are thinking I'm crazy right now painting this cedar. Imagine if I did the whole ceiling to paint it. So we did shiplap on the ceiling, but obviously that's not up yet. Chrissy Eaton, just watched Mindy's video. Now I'm hungry for Texas food. The food in Texas is the best food I've ever had in my life. Oh, what's this? Epic Schoolies is up in here with a $10 super chat with a little flame. I appreciate it, homie. Caleb, I appreciate you, bro. I'm definitely going for that Epic Schoolies look with this bus, because you guys do a lot of shit, like a lot of white, and we're definitely doing a lot of white in here because I want to make it really, really bright. So I'm going for that Epic Schoolies kind of vibe with this one, mixed with a little bit of that what do you call it, that kind of modern rustic, I think is kind of what we're going for. So appreciate it. Melissa Malzone, are you staining or painting the walls? We are going to paint them. I'm going to spray it. So basically, once everything is skinned and in here, we're going to do some paint prep, and then it's going to get shot with a white, and then once everything is shot with that white, we'll put the floor in, and then we'll start building out furniture. Chrissy Hussey, hey, if you're short on the wool, just borrow some from Minion. Honestly, we were kind of thinking the same thing.
Isaac literally asked if I thought that we could do that.
Yeah, because it's gonna be close. We had less than 2 boxes before we even started the roof. So it's like, and it's only 100 square feet per box. And when I've done the math a few times, the floors, it's about 200 square feet in here. So it's like, we need 2 full boxes, and it's still close. Mm-hmm. And we broke into that box a little bit already. So I don't know. If anybody's in the Eugene area that's got a box and a half lot wool sitting around that I can replace, we might need it. Or if it's only a little bit, we'll pull them out of Minion.
I just saw Earth to Chrissy's in the house.
Earth to Chrissy, I haven't got to you yet, but what's up? Daphne Lansborough, $20 super chat. You two made a beautiful little girl. There is so much of you, both of you, in her. Oh, this little munchkin is our pride and joy. I look at her every day and tell her she's the best thing I ever did. Look at her. Wow.
Wow.
Alright. That blue arrow is staring at me, so I'm gonna go down a
Schoolie
bit.
teacher's in here too.
Schoolie teacher, what up? I haven't gotten to you yet either. That's why I'm kind of going down here. Maka, how do you find campsites that are cheap? Is there an app you guys are using? What's the app you use?
My favorite app to use is iOverlander, but there's a few different ones. I can't think of the name. There's freecampsites.net, The Dirt, but I think you have to pay for that one. But iOverlander's free and easy, so.
Oh yeah, I've always just go to BLM land, so.
That too.
Or rest stops if I'm traveling. But yeah, there's plenty of apps. You don't ever gotta pay, honestly. Okay. People are mad I'm gonna put paint on the cedar.
I think they'll understand once it all comes together.
My mom, are you going to put the names which wire goes what in the opening? Mom, I'm already 20 steps ahead of you. Every wire is already labeled. So the thing I did different in this bus is I usually don't run wires behind the walls. But this is a 30-foot bus. So running wire all the way to the back and then wrapping it all the way back around here is kind of crazy. So some of the wires that are going back here, I ran through the ceiling and cut the distance in half. But that also meant that I have to run wire behind the walls. So hopefully that works out.
The schoolie teacher said hi to Chrissy, and then she said that her rebuild is fire, and it looks so good, you guys. If you haven't checked out Earth to Chrissy, she's redoing her build. And she's trying to roll over off me. She's redoing her build, and it looks really, really good.
Oh, she's
documenting it all on YouTube.
Crushing it.
Yeah. I can't wait to see it done. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Deborah. What? Deborah Marcolantelli. It looks great, guys. I love the cedar. You got this done so fast. Yay! You'll be living in it before you know it. Laugh out loud. We appreciate it, but I feel like it's going so slow. And now that winter is here, it's so brutal.
Yeah.
Everything, it's just hard to stay motivated in the cold. We're running heaters. It's snowing today. Paint, everything just dries so slow. I have to do one more coat of paint on the roof. But mad props to Jaylena. She did both these walls. So.
Isaac and Levi helped me too, though.
Crushed it. 2 old people on a couch. Is it wood heavy? Yes, wood is heavy, but cedar is not as heavy as other wood.
I asked her, posted a video.
Oh.
Today. On her build.
Okay. Maka, how do you prevent rust? Well, you cover your bare metal. That's the best way. And you get good paints. Because you get cheap paints, it starts chipping off, and then bare metal's exposed, boom, rust. So use good paint. It's the best way to prevent rust.
Earth to Chrissy said, did you guys use the thick cedar boards? Or the...
Nah. We always...
She retracted her message.
We use the cheap little cedar packs at Home Depot.
Yeah, these are super, super thin.
Yeah. And they're light.
Yeah, they're really, really thin ones. The ceiling is going to be thick shiplap.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a 1/4 inch thick pine. Paul Honeyman, if you guys want to, Paul Honeyman just dropped the schoolie teacher's link. Okay. Definitely check her out. She's been so consistent.
She's been really consistent.
Yeah.
And she's just traveling with her dog all around in her bus that she built, which also looks really, really good.
I got a lot of respect for anybody that builds their own bus. Because people that built their own bus, they just know. You know, it's like there's some gnarly days. You know, and it's like you don't have that respect for the build if you didn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, if you got the money to have somebody build your bus, that's cool. That's fine. I'm not hating on you. But like it's
a lot different when you have to go through it to build it.
I got a whole respect for anybody that's built their own bus. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. It's like you guys went to war together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You guys just
And
didn't
it
know.
feels like it, you know. Like every day you're just worn out and you're ready to go to sleep, and then you gotta clean. And Isaac usually cleans up because when I'm out here, you know, I have to go get Ember at 4. So I just work and work and work until I don't have time to work anymore. So Isaac usually cleans, and then he comes in and he'll take over, watch Ember while I cook dinner. So we have a little system.
Yeah. Yeah, and the roof. No, now typically I could do all the coats of paint on the roof in one day during the summer because the sun would dry it between coats. But now I got to do a coat of paint and let it sit overnight to dry. So I'm going on 4 days putting coats of paint on that roof.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. I think I'm missing some. So Grainy Cuck Looney, $2 super chat, $10 looking great. Thank you. But then it looks like you actually did a $10. There you go.
To do $10.
Granny Cuck Looney with a $10 super chat. Much better. Thank you so much. Leslie Hughes with a New Zealand $20. And it looks like, oh, this is a super sticker. It looks like a little lemon in a bush with hearts. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Uh-oh. I'm messing stuff up. And then Jesse Killian with a $10 super sticker. #1 fan. Thank you guys so much. We really do appreciate it. I don't know if I've said it before, but she's going to say. But I was telling Jaylena that the difference between this bus and the buses I sell, I don't get this money back. So anytime I'm building a bus to sell, I get all my money back plus some. This bus is like building 2 buses, material-wise, and it's all money I'm spending and I'm not recovering, and it's definitely hurting. So these little super chats do go a long way, and I appreciate it, because I feel like I'm bleeding money over here. YouTube pushed me all the way down to the bottom. Oops. So I'm gonna go up a little bit and try and catch more of your guys' comments. Earth to Chrissy. Oh, there's the thing. She's asking about the cedar. Michelle Monroe, have you considered a whitewash on the cedar? I mean, I would on like wood that's gonna show, but this is all behind walls.
I wouldn't want. I personally not like super into whitewash look.
Yeah.
Depending on like the style and the style that we're going for, I wouldn't want to be whitewashed walls or whitewashed anything.
Yeah. I would.
I feel like it has to be like a certain look, and like this is not that look.
Yeah, this is gonna be like a very modern. I don't know, kind of boho, kind of.
I would say modern boho. I wouldn't say rustic per se.
Yeah.
More boho-y than.
Yeah.
Rustic.
Yeah.
I feel like whitewash is a little more rustic.
This will be kind of like Sculiana had a lot of white, and I think this is gonna be more like that than what I've done recently. I don't know.
Well, I think Sculiana was a little more like rustic.
Yeah.
Than what I think we're gonna have in here.
Yeah. Richard Virchow, what happened to the water damage boards? So I keep forgetting what I've said, like in videos or where everything's at. Basically, I was really, really worried about it. I was watching water just drip on all my expensive lumber. And then Jaylena was like, well, if it's bothering you that much, you should move it. So we moved it all last night after a long work day into the middle of the shop where we think there's no leaks. And I checked it this morning and it dried. So just getting some airflow on it and the water off of it dried it enough to where I felt good about it. So the wood looks okay. I think we're all right. But when we start putting the actual boards up, we'll get a better look at them. Lorraine Keller with a $20 super sticker. Looks like it's a little pear that says gold. Thank you so much, Lorraine. Appreciate it. I seen somebody ask about Levi. Levi was in here. He's been in here the last few days, helping. And
Well, he was in town all day yesterday helping
oh yeah,
to get stuff, but he was in here today. He helped me do this side
Yeah.
of the wall over here. But he's just hanging out, and if Ember was gonna be all crazy and I was gonna have to go put her down for a nap, he was gonna come hang out. But
yeah. It's just hard to have 3 people in a live too. You know. Roxanne Wolf, how do you come up with a decent wall seal? My cabin I've built with my husband and I, it's super windy and cold.
I think for like a cabin, you'd have to do like house wrap on the
Yeah.
outside.
I don't know anything about like real houses.
Yeah, you'd want to do like your house wrap, but then you would put on whatever you're gonna put on the outside. So you definitely have to remodel that for the house wrap.
Morgan's NC Adventures, $30 super chat. Here's some funds for the Sleeping Beauty. Laugh out loud. Thank you so much. It is really appreciated. I like this. William Wilson. I couldn't. YouTube just. Here we go. William Wilson. I couldn't agree more. Building my bus was an eye opener. 100%. Like, I think people see all the building videos and they see Instagram and it looks like this giant big adventure. And it is. But do not kid yourself. It is gnarly construction.
Especially something that's big.
Yeah. I see more, I've said it before, I see more people not finish their buses than I see actually finish their buses. In all the years I've done this. A lot of people give up. There's a lot of half-built buses on Facebook and Craigslist right now. And the thing is, it's like, just see it through. You know what I mean? It doesn't, I think this perfection thing gets everybody all crazy. Like, they start thinking they can't do it or they can't get the cut right and they start freaking out, and it's like, you learn through the process. Nobody built their first bus and it was like the best thing in the world. You're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna use wrong material, you're gonna learn a whole lot in the process. I get better every single time, and I'm never claimed to be like good at it. You know, I'm always a student, so just learn through the process. TJ Figueroa, well, Isaac and Jaylena, I got news, but not sure where or when, or if it's okay to say, but want to share with y'all. I guess you could email me. That's personal. Like, if you don't want to like put it out on the chat, you can just email me. Let's see. There's somebody asking about Levi. We already said that. Oh dang! This is right when Ember went to sleep. Dang. Bren, but you have a family which no dollar can replace. They deserve a home, and so do you. Bren, 100%. So you'll hear a lot of mechanics and a lot of contractors say that their stuff is the last stuff that gets fixed or gets built. Because, you know, when they spend their time doing other things, they get money. But it's like, I sold Schooliana and have not had a built-out bus since, and that was a while ago. You know, because building another bus to sell makes me money. But I can't put off our house anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So we're making the, and you know, there was some other things like the motor blowing up, things like that. We really want our space again, and we want to be able to travel. We want to have some time. Ember's growing up already so fast, and I want him not be in a shop bay trapped. You know, so we really want to get back to that point. It's time, and that's why we're here. You know, doing it. Rosa with a $20 super chat. Rosa, thank you so much. It's appreciated. Eunice Henderson, but your house will be paid off, not like most of us with a mortgage. This is true. Like, we will always have this house. no matter what.
Mhm.
Whether we're in Oregon, whether we're in California, whether we're wherever, we'll always have a house. Whether we build something on that land, whether we buy another land, like we'll always have this house, and that's, I don't know, it's just a good place to be, mentally.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people that'll get kicked out and they got nowhere to go and sleeping on couches. Like we'll always have a house. I'm excited for it. Um, Earth to Chrissy, I'm so pumped to see this build progress. It's going to be so beautiful.
Dang, you're far behind.
Am I really?
Yeah.
Earth to Chrissy, we've been doing so much prep. Like I did a before and after today, like where we started, where we're at right now. And if you just look at that, it feels like nothing has happened. But like there's so much. There was so much rust treatment. There was so much demo. There was under the body was treated and painted. There was so much prep. There's still so much prep. That's what I'm saying. It's like once this thing is actually skinned out and there's paint, fresh paint in here, and we can actually start the actual build out, it's gonna go quick.
Yeah, I'm excited to have a house again.
Yeah. Oh, Georgia Beach is in here. Jaylena and Ember, what a cute picture. We took some pictures in the snow earlier.
We did.
Yeah.
R&R said, you look cold, Jaylena. Ember keeping you warm. She is, and I am.
Rose Chapman with a $2 super sticker. Thank you so much. And then Julie Hansen with a $20 super sticker. You are amazing. Thank you. There's 527 of y'all hanging out. Wow. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, and everybody. Paul Honeyman's birthday. So everybody say happy birthday to Paul Honeyman up in here. Okay. Georgia Peach. Load up your tools and paint. Go down to Quartzsite, Arizona, where it's warm. Honestly, I mean, yes and no.
No, it's not realistic for us.
Yeah,
Because we couldn't take Ember without a. She can't ride in this bus.
Oh yeah.
And also, we'd have to take our stuff, so our stuff would be in the way.
Yeah, it's not realistic. For a second, I was like, well, hold up. Could I spray in the middle of the desert? But
it would be super cool to do that, but
yeah,
we'd have to like unload our stuff every day.
Yeah.
It's sleeping in a construction zone with a baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ember and I would just have to hang out outside all day. Not realistic.
Yeah. Charles GS, unfinished buses lead the market in buses for sale. Yeah, they do. And what bothers me is
Paul's got this.
Yeah. What bothers me is like a lot of these half-built buses you see getting listed, they're like 20 days away from being done. You know what I mean? Like all the hard stuff is done. I've even seen buses with a roof raise and paint and insulated and like.
Well, it's like when you do all those tiny tasks that are so, like, just tedious, and then you do so much, and you look at it, and you're like, I feel like you still have so much to go.
Oh, I feel like that right now.
Exactly, but it's like we're so close to really coming together, and I think if you don't know that you're so close to it coming together, it just looks far away, and it's easier to give up and sell it at that point.
Yeah.
Because you don't know that it's just right around the corner.
Yeah.
But it just still looks so far away.
Granny Cuck Looney, what is the difference between a super chat and a super sticker? I think one is just text and one is text with the sticker.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Well, I don't think you get to text with the sticker.
Oh. And Anita Franklin, this is a good one. Since this bus is going to be your home for a while, are you planning to put up a heavy curtain to block off the front or build a wall with an interior door? I would never do a wall with an interior door.
Yeah, we'll just do a curtain.
Just a curtain. If you guys have watched my channel for a while, I'm a very, very, very big believer in like open concept built. These are small spaces. And it's like I don't necessarily like doing a bunch of walls. I don't like all the weird. And this is just my. I'm not saying anybody is wrong or doing whatever they do. It's personal preference. Like I want to sit in the bus and feel like the whole thing is the living space and it's not separated. Personally, and then I've also been in parking lots where it's gotten sketchy and I need to leave ASAP. And I used to have a curtain blocking off the driver's section of my van, and I felt like I couldn't go up there without being exposed to the people beating on my van. So it's like, when I shut this off for the night, I always want to have my driver's seat available without being seen for security reasons. So I will never separate myself from that. A lot of people do that, and that's all fine and cool. And I've thought about doing it once or twice, but definitely not me.
I wouldn't want to do that just because if you're driving, I want to be able to see through the windows.
Oh yeah.
I don't like not being able to see.
Well, you could have cameras and stuff on the side.
I want to physically be able to look back and see. What if that camera glitched and froze, or something?
True. Paul Sherman with a $10 super chat. I had my knee surgery today. Hopefully I can start building again in a week. I have a shuttle bus and a van to do. This sounds like around here. I can get back to my van. Oh wait, before you can get back to your own build. Oh my goodness. I'm sending you all the love and respect. I'm getting flashbacks. Thank you for the super chat. Debbie Conway's in here. I think we mentioned it before, but Debbie Conway is our babysitter.
I don't think we have mentioned it.
Yeah, so Debbie Conway, who is our moderator, she's kind of local to where the shop's at. And Levi and I have hung out with her a couple times, and she's our babysitter now, and her and Ember get along so great, and it's so nice, having Jaylena to give her a break and have her get her hands in. You know what I mean?
So she comes twice a week. And that's the only way that I'm able to get my hands dirty on this bus and be a part of it.
That's why. Have you put anything out yet?
What?
Videos?
No, tomorrow my video comes out.
12 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So Jaylena's first building video comes out tomorrow on the big bus, tomorrow at 12.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I switched back to 12 o'clock on Tuesdays. It just worked better for my lifestyle. I don't really... 3 o'clock's like better algorithm-wise, but I don't know if I'm really care much about the algorithm kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just not on my priority list.
Mm-hmm.
Eunice Henderson, without a good foundation, you end up with problems later. I agree. But even with a good foundation, you can end up with problems later. That's why I like to do things a certain way. Like, that's why I'm putting those access holes back there in case there's problems I got to deal with later. Same with the front, and I really don't like putting wires behind the walls, but I kind of have to on this one. So I did everything I could to try and protect them and keep them from chafing, and hopefully we don't have problems later. I just want to enjoy this thing, But that's why I went so hard on the prep on this bus. I pulled every single window out, used marine grade sealants, trying to just have no leak points, no chance for mold. You can do the best you can, but I guess what I'm saying is sometimes you still gotta deal with stuff, Okay.
Charles said something about you having to change to 12 since you don't get up until 11. Isaac gets up when Ember and I were not here. Isaac would be up at 5 o'clock in the morning every single day, and I knew that because I would be up at 7, but we were 2-hour time difference, so he was up at 5 and I was up at 7. So now he gets up around 6 or 7, but only because Ember and I sleep in a little bit later.
And I'm trying not to wake everybody up.
Yeah.
I get up early and I go to bed late.
I am not an early bird. Not at all.
You know, all I can think about is just conquering the world, and it don't happen to sleep. That's my philosophy.
I enjoy my sleep.
I don't care about it. I'm trying to get things done.
We have a heater in here. I'm also cuddling Ember and just keeping her warm too. So.
All right.
I can't wait to make dinner. I'm so hungry.
Oh yeah, tell them what we're having for dinner.
I'm making pork chops with applesauce and asparagus and mushrooms.
And a little bit of mac and cheese.
I'm not going to be having mac and cheese. Isaac and Levi will be having mac and cheese. And then I got us keto ice cream for dessert.
Juicy, oh my goodness, my bad. Juicy J, any advice to a first time builder? Just do the best you can. That's my advice.
Don't focus on perfection. Honestly, if I could go back, like with my first build, I would just get it done. Like, think about the things that you need the most that you're gonna, like, you know, a camping stove, refrigerator, stuff like that. Make sure you have the basics of what you need. Don't go too hard on the build, and because you're gonna want to rebuild it, or you're gonna want to do another one. So
yeah,
build it out enough, live in it for a while, do whatever you're gonna do, and enjoy that time, and then decide if you want to rebuild it or build a little bit more, or even if you want something different.
Yeah, and also don't get crazy. I see a lot of people on their first bus just get way over their head, and then they're selling it half built. You're gonna learn so much. So it's like if you could just keep it simple the first time around, you know, and learn, and you know, most people living on the road full time are in their second or third build, all of them. There ain't too many people in their first build living on the road full time. There are, but not the majority. So, just do the best you can and learn, and then take that knowledge into the next one. Keep it simple, and don't listen to all these crazy people on the internet telling you you need this and you need that.
Well, and a lot of times, if people are still in their first build and their first rigs, it's because they went too hard and they can't afford to do anything else, or, you know, do something different.
Yeah. Yep. We got crazy on that one. Elena Lewansky, Levi kept me up late last night with his live chat. Laugh out loud. Yeah, he went late. He went live late, didn't he?
Late night live chat.
He did that after a long work day.
Well, he had been gone all day.
Did I paint or did I paint before that? I don't remember.
You painted before that.
Jeez, I gotta paint after this live chat. I'm just gonna put like some workout music on and just try and motivate myself. Cause I am not wanting to go up there and paint the freaking roof again. You know what I mean? 100% real Torah. I would love to convert a school bus into RV. I live in Ohio. I like it no matter. I like it. How much would insurance be? That's different state to state. But I know that when you have RV insurance, I wasn't paying more than $40 a month.
Yeah, that's how much I pay for the Peach is $40.
Yeah, but the trick is with buses is you gotta have commercial insurance until it's converted, which
until it's registered as an RV, you can't get RV insurance on it.
Yeah, I mean it's a whole mission to get there. But once you get there, it's like 40, at least here. I don't know about Ohio, but I know at the most I only paid $75 a month for commercial insurance on a bus. So it's still not crazy. Charles GS. It's getting harder to do an inexpensive build nowadays because of the price of lumber. 1,000%. I have spent $5,000 to $7,000 on lumber in the last few weeks, and it's not that much, you know. Like the cedar packs are $10 more a pack than when I used to buy them. Plywood is $10 more a sheet than when I used to buy them. Shiplap is $23 a board. It's insane. Like the average price for a piece of plywood is like around $100, when it used to be like 40. So it's just literally crazy. But there are inexpensive ways to build a bus, like frame a 2x2 and use wood pallets that are free. So like there's a way for everything if you really want to.
I saw someone named Nomad Man said, "You're from Dallas, Texas."
Hey, the food's good out there. I know. You know what I'm saying?
That's where I'm from. And someone asked if you have to have a bathroom, a sink, and a stove to convert it as an RV.
Technically.
It depends. No, it depends. Because
Really? State to state?
State to state. Because in Texas and Tennessee, it was different between the two.
Yeah.
And like, it was supposed to be easy. In Tennessee, I think it's Texas, they give you like 6 different things that you have to have, but you only need 4 of them. So you have to have 4 of these 6 things for it to be considered an RV. And it was like a heating source, a water source. So you don't even have to have a sink as long as you have something for water. A bed, a refrigerator, something like that. So you could use a cooler.
So technically, in Oregon, you're supposed to have a stove and blah 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 and blah blah blah. So what I used to do when I first started this game years ago was, as soon as I got it gutted, I would throw an air mattress in, a camping stove, a portable toilet, drive down to DMV and send it. And I passed them. But a new trick that I have learned since then is, I don't know if I should be saying this. I'm going to say it. Live chat nugget. I go to the smallest town DMV I can find that's near. Don't go to a major city DMV. I go to a small town DMV where they don't even want to get out of their chair.
And they don't have to.
And then they ask you, do you have these things in there? And I just say yes.
I sure do.
And then guess what? I walk out with a RV registration with a bus that literally I just got done taking school bus seats out. So that's how I do it these days. I hope that window will bite me in the butt.
I had to, for insurance, it had to be completely done and converted for me to get insurance on it. Because you have to send in pictures. And for insurance, you had to have, like, all the stuff.
I want to read this, but I feel like I shouldn't. This one right here. But it's like, I'm not going to do it. Lady Luck Junk, laugh out loud. I bought a bus before that little bear was a thought. I've taken the seats out, the end, laugh out loud. Y'all have built many buses in a human. I will try the workout music. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to be motivated when it just seems like the finish line is so far away.
Yeah, now's probably not the time to even
Now
motivate
is
yourself.
definitely not the time. My biggest words for that is, I would say, just sometimes you just gotta put your jacket on and just do something. Cause once you start moving, you'll kind of keep it going. But it's like, if you're just in the habit of, when you have the time, just go put your hands on it. You'll one small step is better than no step at all, and those small steps do add up.
I can say that I'm not a winter person, and I hate being outside in the cold. Like, you will not catch me outside this winter. Once this bus is done, I will live in here. Like, never gonna leave unless I'm going out to the store. But coming out here in the cold every morning, I don't want to, or when I do, not every morning, but I'm like, oh man, it's so cold, I don't want to be out here, But then once you start going, you start moving, your body warms up, and then you get in that groove, and it's like you don't want to stop. Because you know if you stop, you're going to get cold.
Yeah.
And once you're in that groove, it's like you don't want to stop until the project that you're working on is done.
Yeah, and then usually once you get moving, you warm up too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Dale Celestin. Our insurance won't let us have a wood stove or a rooftop deck. I've heard horror stories about that, to be honest. Now I have a really good insurance guy, but he only works in Oregon, and I can keep it real with him, you know, because I've heard some of these stories about decks and wood stoves and blah 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 blah, and I asked him straight up. I was like, because I've obviously registered quite a few buses with this guy, and he was like, nah, none of that matters. You do whatever you want. Because I was like, should I put a wood stove in after I submit for insurance? And he was like, nah, don't worry about it. Just do it. I was like, okay. So, I mean, it just really depends on your insurance. You know, but just because you have insurance for your vehicles doesn't mean you have to use that same insurance for your bus. You could shop around.
Yeah, we had one lady who was trying to buy Bussy, I think, and she ended up not buying Bussy
She couldn't get insurance.
because of the insurance, and like they wouldn't let her. They wouldn't let her add it to the insurance that she had on like her normal car insurance.
Yeah. She was from California.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've heard some crazy stories out of California.
But it was registered as an RV.
Yeah. She could not get insurance on it.
So she was going to have to get like a different insurance.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like on Sunday and everything was closed. She would have had to stay a day and like it just didn't work out. So by the time she went back and was like, could get it together, like it had already sold to someone else.
Yeah. It's a crazy game. I don't know. The bus game is so crazy right now. I remember when I started this, there weren't builders really. Like there was maybe a couple that were doing conversions for people, but it's just gotten so blown up over the last 3 or 4 years that it's hard to find a bus. Lumber is just insane. I don't know. It's just crazy. And then bus life has gotten so popular in the last few years.
Van life in general, everything that's like van life, bus life, even RVs, like.
I have a prediction though. I actually predict the end of bus life and van life.
Why?
Everybody is going overland.
Oh, yeah, but I mean...
I predict, so I've seen a lot of people who built buses go something smaller, and I'm seeing a lot of people who are building vans, sell them and get something 4-wheel drive. I predict in the next 3 to 4 years, van life and bus life is going to not be as popular as it is like right now. And there's going to be a lot more people with apartments and houses who have overlanding weekend rigs. I don't think we're going to see the amount of people living on the road like we're seeing right now.
We'll see.
Because also real estate's dropping right now.
Sure.
So that's my 5-year prediction. We'll see if I'm right. But overlanding is
We'll let you guys, we'll get back to you on that in 5 years.
Overlanding is blowing up right now. Like overland festivals, overland companies, like it's blowing up as big or as fast as van life and way faster. So, I don't know, we'll see. Thing is, I love buses.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have this bus forever. I'm hoping to pass this bus on to our little baby girl over here.
Well, and like we have the Jeep and we'll take trips in that too,
Yeah.
but like we'll always have this bus.
Yeah.
So.
And we you guys know we do have that property, right? And we were talking about doing something with that. Man. So this person is probably like the same person, just like with a million different accounts.
Well, I heard that there is like a company or an app that you can go and pay to have them troll a certain channel if you know they're live.
Can you imagine being so lame in your life? This is what you do with your time. Whenever I see somebody who spends their time doing dumb things like this, I'm like, bro, go buy a self-help book and work on yourself.
Just take some time
You're
to
spending
look in the mirror.
way too much time on stuff that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Go find some happies. You know what I'm saying? I see a comment, I think this morning. I I think I told him to buy a self-help book. Yeah, man. If I don't like you, I don't even know what you're doing. I'm not paying attention to you. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. All right. So we only got about 10 minutes left. So, oh yeah, we got Paul Honeyman in the house who loves to whack trolls. So
to play whack a troll.
so we only got about 10 minutes left. So if y'all have some burning desire questions, or if I missed your whatchamacallit because YouTube pushed me all the way down, then now's the time. What did Charles say here? Patricia, lots of layoffs happening. Maybe more off-grid people soon. I don't know. We'll see. Jansen, I'll be getting... Oh, man, YouTube's just pushing me now. Where'd that go? Oh, my goodness. That just pushed me again. Jansen, I'll be getting a short bus, yet why get a Sprinter when you have a bus? I agree.
I mean, there's definitely benefits to having a Sprinter versus a bus, to an extent, depending on the bus. Like,
I mean, it depends on both.
Like this compared to a Sprinter, very, very two different worlds. You can do a lot more with a Sprinter than you can in this bus. But if you have a bus like Minion, it's a lot like a Sprinter van, size-wise. So you could do the same things.
So yeah, so like I said, it all really depends.
Yeah, I mean, if you like buses and you like the fact that they do have a little bit more character, it's personal preference. I love Sprinter vans. Don't get me wrong, but
Earthy Chrissy, haha, Dad, you need a self-help book. No, but for real though, you know, because it was like I was a terrible person at one time. I made terrible decisions. I'm sure we've all. I mean, most of us have had.
I will tell you right now, I have a list of great self-help books that I've read in my time that I'd like to reread from time to time, and I think it's really healthy to keep your mind clear and not fester on that negativity, because I do believe in manifestation, and like if all you're doing is spending your time thinking about why you're angry, or you know, poor me, or like if someone's out to get you, it's like if you think that, that's what your life is going to be. But if you focus on the things that you have and you're grateful for what you have, and you just focus on the happy parts, like, you know, that's what your life will be, is the happy parts.
Yeah. I get it. Like, there's some books that I've read that have changed my entire life. So it's like, I'm not actually joking about that. Like, when I see somebody, like, spending so much time doing dumb comments on, like, my channel or doing something like that, it's like, this person needs some help.
Well, you know, if you spend more time loving what you have, you'll have more of what you love.
Yeah. There's one book that impacts my life to this day, and I can't even remember what it was. But it was something about compound interest. And it was basically, the gist of it is little things add up, right? So what I mean by that is sometimes, like you'll look at this big fat book that you gotta read, right? And it's intimidating, and you don't read it, you don't read it, you don't read it. Oh, here we go.
If you read a page a day,
yeah, exactly. That's what the book was about. Eventually, you finish the book.
Mm-hmm. And you were consistent.
Yeah, and then if you just apply this concept to your entire life and to your goals or to your bus build, like think about being overwhelmed on your bus build and not touching it for 3 months, right? Now think about if that 3 months you literally just forced an hour a day, 1 hour a day. That bus would have been a lot farther than not touching it all for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
That book, I have lived my life by that book for probably the last 15, 20 years. And I wish I knew the title of it. So like self-help books, I don't know. They definitely help me, you know.
Yeah, me too. I really like the book, The Secret. Did not understand the movie compared to the book.
I like The Secret. I read that book.
Yeah, I like The Secret a lot, but they did make a movie about it, and I watched the movie before I read the book, and I didn't understand it. But yeah, I have some self-help books that I'm really into. Some that I'm still trying to read, but I don't have a whole lot of time to do anything these days.
I was asking Jaylena the other day. I was like, I want to start reading again, you know. And it's like once this business is done and I'm done with all this craziness, I want to actually like read again and like you know work out and have time to do something, you know. Tanea Potter, what will y'all be doing for work while traveling? Just YouTube? What's your plan? Just YouTube?
Yeah, just social media.
Yeah, I'm actually going to I'm gonna do social media, but also I think I'm going to restart my music career again. So I was a full time musician years and years ago before I even had a bus, and I don't know. Obviously, I've kind of learned a lot about marketing and social media since then. And I think I could go back at a music career now with a whole different set of skills and probably do a lot better, to be honest. So I'm going to do social media, but introduce music business as well. Which I was having a talk with Jaylena about that, and I was debating whether I keep everything on my one channel here or do I do the music separate. And then Jaylena was saying that I should do the music separate.
Just thinking of the algorithm.
Yeah.
But then it's like, if they find you and they only want to watch your music,
they can.
Yeah, they're not interested in your bus life, or vice versa.
But also each could help the other.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if they find my music and then they're like, oh, this bus life thing's cool too, or if they find bus life like, oh, he plays music, so it's like it could help both.
Well, then find you either way.
The outdoors with Tim and Jess. What size inverter will you run for your current bus build? I have a 3,000 watt inverter.
Is that the biggest one you can get?
No, they get huge.
Really?
Oh yeah, you can get them like 8,000. You can get them crazy.
I don't think I've ever seen one in a rig bigger than 3,000.
Oh, I have.
I haven't.
I've seen 8,000 watt inverters.
But I also never really watched a whole lot of like bigger rigs like this, like tours and stuff. So.
I think the electrical is one of those things.
Minnie's in the house.
Most people do way more than they ever need, and I've met so many people who told me that with their own lips. They did way more electrical than was actually necessary.
I think people get frightened that they aren't going to have enough, and like that's like a big thing that you think about, like a must have is electrical. So
yeah,
I mean, I get why people do that.
Yeah. Jansen, what do you mean? I think a bus can do more than a Sprinter. It has more room, and if you put a 12-inch lift on it, it'll go anywhere. I mean, I kind of dig it. The plans with Minion before the Munchkin was I was going to make a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, but Minion is the same size as a Sprinter van.
Yeah, but can you imagine Minion 4-wheel drive lifted on 35s?
Yeah, I can. I think it'd be awesome. But like Minion, compared to my bus, is taller, but it's skinnier. So you have more height and less width, but like my bus is less height and more width. So, it depends. So Minion is the same size as a Sprinter, so that
That's
argument
smaller.
is mute.
No, it's smaller than a Sprinter.
Mute to me.
I love Minion. Minion is such a good bus. Like, that's why I bought it.
The only thing I don't like about Minion is that it is a loud engine.
I love it. I'd put a bigger exhaust on there. I love the sound of that 7.
Like, Tiffany's Sprinter van is so quiet.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So, if it were up to me between Minion and a Sprinter, I'd get a Sprinter.
That's why I didn't like the Honda
You can
Element.
also put a lift on a Sprinter. So.
I couldn't even hear it. I was like, don't feel like I'm driving anything. Oh, man.
They're out there wilding.
They're wilding out tonight, boy.
I think my arm's going numb.
We're almost done here anyways.
I
Mindy.
can't tell if Ember's asleep or she's just staring into the abyss.
Mindy, what's up? I was just asking about you today. Appreciate you hopping in. I haven't even gotten to your comments yet. So I'm gonna kind of scroll. Oh, here you are. Love you, bus kids. Kiss the baby for me. All right, I'm gonna push down here, and then we're gonna end this chat because I need to get up on the roof and do the last coat of paint on the roof, and then
Someone asked if you need a CDL to drive a big bus.
No, it's an RV.
Once it's not a commercial vehicle anymore, you don't need that.
Yeah, think about it. Think of how many RVs are 40 feet long. A lot.
There's some RVs that I would never even attempt to drive because they're
dude.
so big.
I owned a 40-foot bus for 2 hours, and I did not like driving it. All right. Patricia, oh boy, the troll seems to have anger and jealousy issues. They typically do.
I feel like that'd probably be like close to the definition of a troll.
Yeah.
We should wrap this up though, because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
cold
yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
hungry
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Amber's
Alright,
cold
alright,
and she's tired.
Alright, I'm pushing down. Okay, I think that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. Mods, I appreciate you. You were definitely working tonight.
You guys see my breath?
No, it's not working. As you can tell,
I can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it.
we're moving ahead here, and I'm hoping in the next few days this thing should really start taking shape.
It'll look a whole lot different. So I go live on Mondays. I'm curious to see what her background looks like by Monday.
Oh yeah, that's a little hack. You can kind of see like what's going on by the lives. Because
Live chat nuggets without us having to
this
say
video
anything.
isn't even out yet. All right, you guys. I always say this, but we have so much love and respect for you guys. These aren't just empty words. These words have meaning. Like, we are so grateful to be able to do this, for you guys to care, for you guys to show up. Like, you guys make this fun and worth it, So, thank you. Sincerely, from my little heart, pumping vibes out.
It's worth it to hang out with you guys, to chill out here in the cold. We do have a heater, but it's still chilly.
Yeah. Okay. You guys have a good night. I'm gonna go back to work.
Yeah, Levi's gonna be on Ember duty, so I cooked some dinner for us, and yeah, we're glad that we got to see you guys and hang out. I'll see you tomorrow on the video, so we'll see you then.
Oh yeah, video tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Bye.
Bye.